Hello, audience. It is I, Ren, here yet again with another tier list. We will be looking at Honkai Star Rail characters based on what Dungeons & Dragons class I think that they would play in a game. There are, thankfully, significantly less Honkai Star Rail characters than there are Genshin Impact characters, so that's going to make life a little bit easier for me. Male protag. How do you even say his name? Kalis? Kalis. Okay. So let's start with Kalis. What do I think that Kalis would be? Kalis seems pretty chill. I like that both the protags in this game, when they're fighting, it kind of feels like they do have different personalities. I think that Kalis has Stellaron inside him, which kind of feels like making a deal with the devil. I think he would play a warlock because of the irony. Whereas Stell would also play a warlock. I don't know, I just feel like the two of them would play warlocks for, like, the Astral Express game. Welt is the Dungeon Master. I skipped Himeko, but for good reason. Welt would definitely be the Dungeon Master for the Astral Express game. Himeko is going to play a... What would Himeko play? Honestly, I think for this game, Himeko would probably play... Ooh... We have two warlocks in the party already, and we also have a wizard. Himeko is playing a wizard. March 7th is going to end up playing... She likes being cute. I could see March playing a bard. That feels correct to me, so I'm going to stand by that choice. Dunhung, definitely the kind of player who looks at what everyone else is playing and is like, we don't have enough healers. We have no healing power here, and we have a bunch of squishy people. So I will also be squishy, but at least I can heal you. Sorry, Stell, to balance out this game, you're gonna be a fighter. Arlen is totally playing a druid. Most definitely playing a druid. If not a druid, then a ranger, but I'm standing by druid. Asta's going to play a barbarian. Herta doesn't want to play this game. We would want to play something smart, so I'm torn between Sorcerer and Wizard, but I'm going to put her in Sorcerer. Bronya, excellent tactician. Her abilities allow you to, like, help out all of the allies and buff everybody else. That gives me Bard vibes. I think that Bronya gives Bard vibes as a character, but would play a Paladin. Lara, this cutie'd be a Cleric. Gepard would play... Gosh, Gepard also has strong I would play a Paladin vibes. But let's let him break out of his shell a little bit and play a Barbarian instead. Kind of, you know, doing differently than what you would expect. Hook. Oh man, no. Hook is playing a Barbarian. Hook is most definitely playing a Barbarian. Natasha... I mean, I can see her playing a Cleric, but I could also see her playing, like, maybe a monk or a ranger. So Natasha has to heal people in real life a lot of the time. Then when she plays Dungeons and Dragons, she goes ahead and she's like, I'm gonna be a ranger and I'm going to have a bear as my animal companion. You know, because when she does her ultimate, she like shoots bears at you and stuff. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Pela. I think Pela would be a decent dungeon master, actually. She's organized, and she's responsible, and she's always trying to schedule everybody, but nobody has the time to actually get together to play. Sampo. Rogue. I could see Serval... No, Serval is the person who is musical in real life and also plays a bard, because she's actually quite comfortable with herself and would love to have more excuses to play music randomly. Bailu wants to punch things. Bailu's playing a monk. Yanxing likes fighting, likes swords. Wants to have multiple attacks, so I'm gonna put him in fighter. Oh no, how do I pronounce this name? Pingshui? I swear, I'm okay at this. Her character is gambling with their soul and they are playing a warlock. Yusheng is playing a paladin. Tingyun is going to play... Tingyun, I think, is also playing a bard. I could see her playing a bard. She's definitely a skill monkey. She uses all the skills. Zila also is punchy. These are very punchy characters in my personal headcanon. I look at Jing Yuan, and a part of me thinks that he would want to play the opposite of a party face. Like, he is a brilliant tactician, but I think he wants to leave it to everybody else and just cause chaos. So I think he's going to be a rogue. Does he want to be sneaky, or does he want to be hilarious? Yeah, no, I think I'll keep him in rogue for now. Silver Wolf also gives me rogue character vibes. I could see Locha playing a cleric. I feel a little bit uninspired for this tier list, if I'm being completely honest. Madame Yukong playing a ranger. I can see that. Ranger in real life, ranger in Dungeons and Dragons. Oh man, Blade. Where do I put Blade? Where do I put Blade? Not a really good headcanon for Zhao, but I think Blade is very different from Zhao. One is a cinnamon roll, and one is most definitely not a cinnamon roll. I think Blade is the kind of person... Oh, no, he's gonna just play a fighter, I think. I know I mentioned it when I was doing my Genshin Impact version of this, but fighter does strike me as probably one of the easier ones to play, and I don't think Blade really wants to play this at all. Kafka is the dungeon master, so that means that the party is just the fighter and the rogue for the Stellaron Hunters game, which I think works out. That balances out a bit, right? Aw man, he's punchy. Punchy characters play monks. Punchy people play monks. People who want to punch others play monks. Would Imbibitor Lune Dan Heng play something different from regular Dan Heng? They're the same person. I guess this is gonna be his alt character. He played a cleric one time, and then he was like, you know what? I'm gonna play a sorcerer with wild magic. Fushuan, sorcerer. Lynx. I think Lynx would play a druid. Lynx gives off the vibes of a person who'd play a druid. Jingliu doesn't want to play this game. Doesn't find it a waste of time. Finds it kind of amusing that she was invited in the first place. She's going to play... She strikes me as more the kind of person who causes a lot of violence in real life and plays a cleric in Dungeons and Dragons. Topaz is playing a ranger. Like, she loves Numby. I think that she would play a ranger so she could also make a Numby in Dungeons and Dragons. That just makes a lot of sense to me. And Ivan strikes me as the kind of person who would be a good dungeon master, but she also strikes me as the kind of person who would really like playing bards. Bard. Oh, I just got a really cute headcanon. I think Hua Hua should be the dungeon master. She can use it as a way to, like, you know, come up with different scenarios and plan things out. And I also think that Tail would be hilarious as an assistant DM. Yeah, no, I stand by this choice. Hua Hua is dungeon master. Our Genti is playing a paladin. He refuses to play anything else. Okay, so Hania is going to play a paladin, and her sister's gonna play a warlock. I don't know why. It's just something that I like. It just makes sense in my head, and I don't quite know how to explain it. Dr. Ratio's a wizard. This character, I don't know much about her, Ruan Mei, but I know that she plays an instrument. And I think that she would also want to play an instrument-y character in Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, let's talk about this a bit. So for Dungeon Masters, we have Welt, we have Pela, Kafka, and we have Hua Hua. For Barbarian, we have Asta, we have Jeopard, and we have Hook. For Bards, we have March 7th, Serval, Tingyun, Lil Gui, and Ruan Mei. For Clerics, we have Dan Heng, Clara, Locha, and Jingliu. For Druids, we have Arlen and Lynx. For Fighters, we have Stel, Yanxing, and Blade. For Monks, we have Bailu, Zila, and Luca. For Paladins, we have Ronya, Su Shang, Argenti, and Hanya. Sorry, coughing. For Rangers, we have Natasha, Yukong, and Topaz. Rogues, we have Sampo, unsurprisingly, Jing Yuan, and we have Silver Wolf. For Sorcerers, we have Herta, Dan Heng's alternate character, and Fushuan. For warlocks, we have Kalis, Jingshui, and Jue Yi. And for wizards, we have Himeko and Dr. Ratio. I don't know how these games would go. I think I'm having a harder time with this one, or imagining these games, than I did with Genshin Impact. I still think that they'd have a lot of fun playing, though. Especially Arlen. I think Arlen would really be into Dungeons & Dragons for some reason. This was a faster stream, so I'm overjoyed about that. It's gonna be a lot easier to edit. Let me know in the comments if there are takes that you have that are better than mine. Other headcanons that you may that may occur when you're looking at my tier list. And like always, stay happy, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and I'll see you next time. Bye now!